you so much for joining this gift call, and the topic being quite uniquely different, that do we have an impact of occult sciences on our thoughts? So can anyone define what is occult? Like, anyone knows what it means? So, neutrally speaking, occult is what? Something which is hidden, something which is unseen, those kind of energies or practices, and they are inherently not good or bad. What we are doing is basically, we're talking about healing. Healing is also not very prevalent or widely known, right? People know that, okay, fine, this is supposed to be healing, but it's hidden. It's a knowledge which is not open to all, right? Nowadays, but there was a time when it wasn't. For example, people are doing spells. You get that? That is occult. But spells are not necessarily for bad things. People are doing it for great things as well. Vows, oaths, secret societies, ritual energies, these are all occult sciences. Also, deep astrology and all also falls into that category. So, where do you have you associated any kind of fear with this topic? Have you? Is it light for you? Is it heavy for you? What happens when you listen to that word? Is it light for you? Is it heavy for you?
It is heavy for me.
It is heavy for you. Okay. So how many lifetimes have you been there, done that? What are you aware of when you don't even know what it actually means? Will you let that go now?
Yes.
So, sometimes what are thought patterns? That's what we're kind of eliminating and erasing that when we do access bars, right? From any lifetime that you aligned and agreed with or resisted or reacted to certain things in life, we're kind of decoding that and melting it away. That is what the bars does, right? So some of these patterns, thought patterns, can be actually implanted or be entrained via energetic influences. So sometimes you feel, oh, this is so not me. I don't feel like me anymore. Or that's not, that doesn't belong to me. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. Now those are the thoughts that we're talking about. Then again, repetitive your self-judgment, or you're looping back into your worry system. Um, you're bound or contracted, or you just feel like not talking and silence or mute. Which tool would you recommend that we use, anybody, when you are going through this?
Who does this belong to?
Absolutely. So, what we're currently doing is we're exploring how unseen energies can actually, including your occult sciences, influence our thoughts or shape our thoughts. And point is, can we change it with the tools of access consciousness? Can we eliminate the magnetic imprinting that these thoughts have really had on us in any of the lifetimes or in this lifetime? And something which is hidden, isn't that a value of curiosity that it generates? That we just feel like, okay, I want to know more. If you had no judgment, what would you be? Who would you be? Because if you can consider everything as an information, just as an information, then literally nothing is right or wrong, right? There are a lot of people who are scared of it because, there's so many people who come and they're like tarot and all these things. You don't know what's going to come up for the other person, right? And they're shit scared. They don't want to get it done because they don't want to know. Because probably they're already aware of it. That is what we're talking about. All the hidden stuff that can actually come up. And so, what are you aware of? Of late, you would be seeing all your social media being bombarded by astrological predictions, tarot predictions. Somebody is sharing remedies. Who's that? Please put yourself on mute. So, where was I? Yeah, I mean, you would be seeing all of that. Am I talking to the walls? I mean, can I have some participation, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what happens is, when you listen to all of these things, does it shape your thoughts? You
Yes.
start thinking, oh, it's Mangal ka saal hai, or Rahu ka year hai, and Rahu ka transit hai, or this is going to happen, that is going to. Is it impacting your thought? Tell me.
Yes. Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. But you don't know the modality. You don't know nothing. You know nothing about what they're saying, how they're coming to that conclusion. But you're still, your thoughts are getting impacted. So I
Either
was,
it is in a positive way if there is something good, and if there is not, then there is fear attached to it.
yeah. So the lady who literally asked for this call is not here on this, which I've understood that I'm not going to do those calls where people are not going to be present. If they're asking for something, they might as well be here, because what question did they have in their mind would be interesting to know. That why do they want to know about this? That okay, are we taking all our decisions based on occult sciences, or there is something more to your life and to your knowing? If you could just lower your barriers, all of your, because it's a topic which can create a lot of jitters. It's a topic where you will be like, it doesn't really matter, right? Or I would like to know more, and curiosity. So please lower your barriers, lower your walls and barriers a little more, and please expand out in all directions. Expand out, expand out, expand out. Yeah, and now lighten up with the topic itself. And what question would you ask if you had this topic that I would be talking on, which you're not even aware of? Because something that is not your thought, okay? And but you still go to an astrologer and you kind of pick it up, and then what do you do with that thought? Keep it if you like it. If you don't need a validation from somebody else, do you? But it could be fun at the same time. And if it doesn't happen that way, great. I mean, what if all those predictions that people have made right now would have come true? We wouldn't be doing this call, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm glad the predictions didn't come true. So how much of the thought process are we functioning from that we get afraid? We are so fearful of everything, everyone. And when if somebody comes and says that, oh, you're going to lose all your business, or you're going to lose your life, or whatever, how does that make you feel? How does
Heavy,
that
heavy.
exactly right? And heavy is a lie that we've all heard. We
Yeah.
know it means it's a lie. And where have you given the permission, or uh, you've given the authority to other people to kind of sway you or tell you what is going to happen? How much of that? I mean, if you go to a Gautam Buddha who has no past, no future, like who's perfectly in the present moment, can you really predict what's going to happen to him? No, you will not be able to. You will not be able to. But that's years of practice. Here we're just going outward, so scattered. We just want to listen to everyone. We get influenced by everything. We get influenced by everyone.
But
So
about Gautam Buddha, I didn't get it. What were you trying
my point
to?
is, can you really do a prediction for him, a person who's not thinking about the past, and definitely is not thinking about the future? When you're 100% present in this moment, can anything influence you?
No.
That.
Yeah, got it.
And it doesn't have to be predictive either.
Yeah, got it.
So now when we say that, okay, किसी ने कुछ कर दिया मेरे पे or something, I'm at the influence of this, please ask a question that if you have any kind of an energetic contract with them, I mean, it may just show up. So can you just clear the thing by using the clearing statement? Or maybe, what occult rituals or energetic implants that you would have bought or sold or inherited, or it's like a legacy that you're just carrying on because your parents went through it or your grandparents went through it, or generational thing, ancestral thing that you've been carrying, that कोई खुश नहीं है तो उस परिवार में आगे भी कोई खुशी नहीं रहेगी. Are you now creating a limitation in your thoughts? And clear that shit away.
Yes, please.
So just pocket part that. So what spells or curses or binding contracts that you would have ever aligned or agreed with, or is it sort of reacted to, that allows it to exist in your world? I mean, even psychic attacks for that matter. What are your secret oaths, vows, alliances that you are still holding on to that are not even yours, because at some point in some lifetime that you had said that, okay, this is going to be how it's going to be? What? Okay.
Is that like what you just mentioned, that even if I'm not aware of something from my past, if I've made some oaths and vows,
Yeah.
does that create the patterns if I'm like continuously working in the present on something, but I
Yes.
still am stuck in something? Is that because of something related to that?
You tell me, are you stuck because you're not making a choice, or are you stuck because of the past and the curses or whatever that you would have taken on, or the oaths that you've taken on? And that's also an interesting point of view, because that was that lifetime and you're still carrying it and you're still allowing yourself to be bound by that. So what choice are you not making to set yourself free? At the end of the day, it's just a choice. When you say I don't want to choose, it's still a choice.
Mm,
That's okay.
okay.
So you may just feel, because Asian countries, we talk about karma, right? We talk about, oh, if you do this, then this, whatever. And then you just carrying it on, carrying it forward.
Yeah.
That even
Oh,
true? Is that even true? Question on that.
so actually, just a few minutes back, I just saw a video on karma. Before
Mm-hmm.
this meeting, I was just saying that. उसके पहले तक I was feeling this intrusive thoughts का loop, you know, कि ये ऐसे क्यों बोल रहा है, वैसे क्यों बोल रहा है, I'm getting affected. But जब ही वो कर्मा का सुना ना, तो kind of it felt lighter. कि चलो अच्छा मैंने किया होगा, now let's be in gratitude कि वो लोग कर रहे हैं तो ठीक है, I should not be affected so much. So
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
it felt
A
lighter.
lot of people, you're the first one who said karma feels light, but a lot of people, when you ask them, do you really like the idea of karma? And then they're like, no, it's so heavy that, I mean, you're still punishing yourself for something you did or you didn't do.
No, I would, I am trying to say is karma as forgiveness is feeling lighter. कि चलो ठीक है माफ कर दो.
But point is, Avni, which means you've already decided there's something wrong that you did, that you have to do forgiveness. I am
Okay.
not disputing the fact that there are other modalities which talk about forgiveness. We are talking about allowance, where you are
Okay.
saying, yeah, okay, been there, done that. Now what? Been there,
Mm,
done that. Now what else? If you did not align or agree to it, you did not resist or react to it, what choices are available to you today?
okay.
If you know, it's something like, okay, I like to have chai today. Yeah, but I like to have chai tomorrow. I'll have to ask my body for tomorrow, right? It's not like a set pathar ki lakeer that, okay, now once I've had it, I'm going to have it for my entire life.
Mm, yeah.
And there are times when the body says, yeah, and then you like the taste so much that you end up having the entire thing. Body didn't say that, okay, have the entire thing.
Okay.
You just have to ask, body, would you like to have more of it? You just simply ask a question.
Mm,
Your
okay.
karma is imprinted in your body. Where is it that you're not willing to listen to the silent whispers of your body? If you could just allow yourself to listen to that, maybe there's some different shift or some different choice you could allow yourself to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Body is here to take you through this journey, and whatever you got, you created it. You picked your parents, you got them to have bang each other or whatever come out through them. Great, you're already in gratitude. Now what else is possible? What is it that you're here for? What would you like to create? What would you like to receive? Without making them wrong, making you wrong, or making karma bad or evil. That because of my evil karma, which means you have a judgment, right? You're evil in some lifetime. And you've been there, done that. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
would have, those people who feel, oh, I'm so scared, I don't know what, you've been there, a part of that. So at one point, you kind of came to a fixed point of view and then you judged it that yeah, good hai ki bad hai. Like And then when you take a
So
judgment,
actually what I was trying to say is that this मेरे दिमाग में वो चलता रहता है, मेरे साथ ये क्यों हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, क्यों मुझे लोग आके हर्ट कर रहे
but
हैं,
that's
तो काइंड ऑफ
exactly, is somebody really hurting you or are you hurting yourself?
एक्चुअली
Abhi,
आई एम
it's
हर्टिंग माई
not
सेल्फ.
you is not even a question. Why would you ask why?
आई नो.
What? No, you, so what cognitive dissonance are you enjoying in this? Because you know, but you still keep doing it?
या
Because why will keep you stuck in the drama trauma of things?
I actually, it feels like I want to get out of this drama trauma, but part of me or whatever I'm creating is pulling me back, dragging me there, और फिर मैं और फ्रस्ट्रेट होती हूँ कि मैं क्यों जा रही हूँ ड्रामा ट्रामा में, मुझे नहीं जाना है.
The vocabulary is still there. You haven't really changed your vocabulary. You
Yeah.
said, I would like to change, but means you may not want to. You just loved your story and the stuff and the pain, the trauma is so real and so fantastic that, you know, if you didn't have the story, who would you be?
Yeah.
Because that's your entire identity up for like 10 years or more.
Yeah, like 30 years.
30 years, yeah. Where would you go if you didn't have the story? So I would like to change, yeah, but which means you've canceled the sentence before that. And that's why you go into the why. Why me is like a poor, poor me status. It's like a victimhood that you're kind of going through. So
Mm.
again, push your barriers down. So wherever you're feeling that resistance or like that tension, just when you push your barriers down and expand out, just see it melting and easing out.
Okay.
And because something that's not truly yours and you've just picked it up at some point in some lifetime, maybe this lifetime, or being the effect of it, what tools can I use here that will dissipate that energy? So it's 100,000 miles in all directions. It just expand out. I mean, you don't have to be that contraction or that density.
So when you say expand out,
Yeah.
um, I can't visualize anything. Like
What if you didn't have to? It's an energy. How do you visualize energy? Do you? I mean, how do you do that? Tell me, even I would like to do that.
uh, maybe
You
I don't
visualize.
know if I'm actually
Okay.
able to
Do you think
expand my.
feelings? Do you think feelings? Can you think feelings?
No, we can feel it. Exactly. So that's what I cannot feel my energy being expanded.
That's okay. But you know it is happening. So when you do energy pull, do you feel it? Or it just is happening even if you don't feel it? There are people who
Yeah.
10 months, they don't feel a thing, but the
Yeah.
bars are running, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about that.
Yeah.
So occult is not what we watch in horror movies or like superstition. We're not talking about that. Simply something which is hidden. Hidden is your all your healing practices, your energy. Energy is hidden. People don't know it. It's not visible, or people don't even consider that it's a topic to be discussed or we can do something about it, right?
Yeah.
So that's the lie that we're kind of holding on to because we've made it so heavy, because you've been there, have and had the effect of all these occult sciences. People have done shit, you've done shit in your previous life, and which you're holding yourself self up against it. Can we stop it? The very fact that for example, you're on this call and you don't practice anything great, but you still got interested in coming onto this call, which only means that you have some contracts or some kind of pull towards these things. And there's nothing wrong, evil, bad wishes about it. It's how you use it. So it's something like, you give a sword to a coward. What will the coward do? Do nothing, right? So if you give this occult sciences to somebody who's like demonic, obviously they're going to use it to their advantage. Then there are people who are going to use it for other people's benefit. So all that fear, that judgment, or that comes up like, oh my God, this is so heavy. Please pocket pot that and let it go. So at what vibration are you kind of oscillating right now? And whose energy are you aware of that you haven't given yourself enough acknowledgement for? I mean, 2 days back, I had a young boy coming in and I said, do you know you were so aware? He's like, no, I don't know. And then everything that I had to kind of tell him that, okay, you've done this, and this is what goes on. And this is somewhere you're like kind of aware because he has OCD capacities. Now, we've judged OCD capacities are really bad, but they're actually not. They could be capacities you can use it to your favor. For people who don't know, they wouldn't. So, does anyone have a question on the occult thing? And another fantastic tool that you can use is interesting point of view. Interesting point of view that I don't even feel safe. So everywhere you think interesting point of view, I've created this mess in my life. I need to be seeking forgiveness. Interesting point of view, I am doing that. And 3 times at least, just say it loudly. Listen to what you're saying. It may just shift the energy. So these contracts can actually be carried on at the energy level, lifetime after lifetime, or dimensional realities. Or maybe there are ancestral lineages, like Pandit ke ghar mein Pandit, like how that happens. You don't need to understand them, be affected by them, or let them impact you. You can just simply clear them. As I said, if somebody who kind of suggested this topic, if what was there in their mind that they asked for this topic. So what occult, ritual, energetic plants have you bought, sold, or inherited that are now creating your limitation in your thoughts? Would you let that go now and pocket pot it? All your spells, your curses, and binding contracts that you're locking that are just locking you out of your own clarity, that you kind of bought it as real and true. Let it go. All your blood oaths, contracts, bindings, swearings, communities, oath vows, blood pacts that you're holding on to that you're not even aware of, that are not even yours. Everything that brings up these pocket pot that. So truth, more space or less space. And that's your awareness. Is that okay? What if you could just tap into those energies and allow it to come to you now and get a download of it and use it to your advantage rather than getting afraid? So do you really think all the thoughts are yours? Do you truly own your thoughts? And if you do, then what would you choose today? To have these thoughts lingering on, lurking in your space, or something else? And everywhere, you all feel that you are the effect of unforeseen, like unseen forces, rather, I would say. Unseen forces or unacknowledged energies. You're not the effect of them. You are an infinite being who's a very powerful infinite being who refuses to give up, who refuses to bow down, who refuses to get into a shitty struggle for no reason. So why would you have to kind of make yourself right or wrong for that? And what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities can you and your body be to be in total control and total dominion of you for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow that, please pardon and park that. Any questions? This seems such a boring talk. I mean, I'm so sorry, but yeah, I need some questions.
It's very effective topic actually.
But
It's not
nobody asks questions, no. Questions make it more interactive and fun. It's only me talking. I don't enjoy that kind.
yeah,
It's more
absolutely.
interactive, because occult है, क्या करना है, क्यों उसका influence. See, my point is you choose what you will allow yourself to get influenced by, right?
Yeah,
There is
absolutely.
shamanism. Shamanism is like all the entities and spirit world thing. That is occult. When you're already dealing with entities, why would you say that, oh, it's scary? Which means you've given these unseen energies more power than you. And the
True.
whole thing, yeah,
Actually,
look at the whole
कविता,
family.
यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट। जब से मुझे पता चला है कि मुझे शनि की साढ़े-साती चल रही है, तब से मुझे भी थोड़ा थोड़ा इफेक्ट लग ही रहा है, जो आपने बताया कि थॉट्स की इफेक्ट हो जाती है।
तो या हो तो जाती है, बट अभी उसका चॉइस अपने ऊपर है ना कि ओके कितना उसको हावी होने देना है. How much are you willing to be impacted by all of this? Is that true? Is that real? Is that it? Are you way more than that?
Yes.
Sadhesati doesn't say that. Sadhesati doesn't say that. Okay, you have to suffer. Sadhesati says, okay, this is a phase which is going to have its own highs and lows. तुमने इतना भी बुरा काम नहीं किया होगा कि साढ़े शनिदेव तुमको बहुत दुखी करके
Yeah,
करे. I
absolutely
mean,
correct.
it's going to balance, right? Sometimes you'll have something great. That's a process of growing up. That's a process of learning your lessons. And yeah, that's it. He's not here to kind of constantly uh, ruin you.
Yeah,
That's no.
absolutely. Maybe we
There's
become
no
more
planet which is bad. First of all, remember that there is no planet which is bad, and there is no kundli which is bad. It's only you if you get to learn it and know what how your kundli and how your charts are, you can use it to your advantage. Everything can be used to your advantage. But what happens is when somebody is interpreting it in a way which messes up with your mind. And there are some people who get influenced quickly, and there are some people who really don't care. Who'll be like, "Haan, theek hai, it's okay, but I'm going to create my own way. Thank you so much." So it's up to us, right?
Yeah, right. Actually, Sadasati makes us become very strong actually. पर वो
Resilient,
बात
yeah,
समझते नहीं।
patience, resilience, everything.
नेगेटिव का इम्पैक्ट हम पे जल्दी हो जाता है, कोई नेगेटिव बात बताता है तो।
Because we are so scared, no? Underlying factor क्या है? What is the underlying assumption? That मैंने कुछ तो बुरा ही किया होगा. I'm an evil person, and so I have to be afraid of the punishment that I can get before anybody else punishes me. I'll punish myself. Whoa, that's big.
Yeah.
We're too hard on ourselves. Do you even know that? Because so many lifetimes we've come, and we've only seen that okay, this is how you have to be walking on a line. And if you're out of the line, then something really bad that's going to happen to you.
तो आप ही आज क्लियरिंग कराओ ओकल पे और आपकी अवेयरनेस से जाओ।
So yeah, so apni, get in touch with your energy field. What is your energy field? What is your awareness? What does not make you feel lighter? What makes you more spacious? So if your thoughts were truly your own thoughts, what would you choose today? And everything that doesn't allow that, fucking pot it.
Yes, yes.
And everywhere you're not willing to use occult to your advantage, rather using it to your disadvantage, can you fucking pot that?
Yes.
And everywhere you have not acknowledged that you're a powerful mofo, can you fucking pot that?
Yes, yes.
So yeah. So again, these tools are fantastic tools to deal with any kind of thought patterns which are not moving out. Who does it belong to? Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And then run that clearing, right? All the spells, contracts, oaths, vows that I've taken across lifetimes, dimensions. I now revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, destroy, and uncreate it all with the clearing statement.
Okay. These are very effective.
Most importantly, your awareness is your greatest friend, greatest ally. You have to acknowledge that you are the source of your reality. And anything that is working for you, you don't have to make it wrong just because you're doing access now. If it is working for you, great, this works for me. This astro thing works for me. Okay, go with it. Do not make yourself right or wrong that, oh, I have to now go by my awareness and I have to reject this completely. Just keep asking what else is possible. So you've learned so many modalities. How can you see every modality is somehow, somewhere connected. Does Vastu have? Yeah, Vastu is also hidden. Anything which is not taught in like school, colleges, and all, something which is like deeper, hidden, that also falls in that category of occult. All, as I said, all your spells and all your these kind of trainings and healings and all that is not very openly done. How does China have the right to kind of? They do have the right, right? They banned access consciousness over there, and see what all is happening. They're afraid that we अगर लोग aware हो गए तो problem हो जाएगा. They won't be controlled. So all these practices are here, so we only want to control others, or maybe control ourselves. What if you didn't have to control nobody? How would that be?
So how do we use it to our advantage?
Tell me how if you
How
have
can we
so if you have a knowledge, if you have some awareness, how would you use it to your advantage? Tell me.
to make greater choices? Create
Exactly. You're here to empower people now, whichever way. कोई तुम्हारे पास आ रहा है वो बोल रहा है मुझे एक्सेस की भाषा नहीं समझ में आती है तो तुम उसको सिंप्लीफाइड भाषा में अपना ट्रेडिशनल ओकल्ट पे प्रेजेंट करोगे, राइट?
yeah.
You will not give them what they cannot bite into. So plus if you're getting some kind of tools, some kind of awareness, you take that awareness and use it to your advantage rather than saying, oh my god, Sade Sati, like Sejal said. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people go into a lot of fear with Sade Sati or Shani Mahadasha or Rahu Mahadasha and all that.
Yeah, and as you said that अगर एक्सेस सीख लिया है तो बाकी चीजों को रिजेक्ट करके खुद को रॉन्ग नहीं बनाना है तो समवेयर ऐसा ही कुछ आई एम गोइंग थ्रू एज मतलब मेरी जो फ्रेंड है ना शी इज वेरी लॉजिकल एंड आई डोंट थिंक आई एम ऑल्सो आई वॉज ऑल्सो लॉजिकल एक्सेस में जाने के पहले और एक्सेस में जाने के बाद भी मैंने उसका साइंटिफिक चीजें समझी अबाउट फ्रीक्वेंसी अबाउट वाइब्रेशन मैनिफेस्टेशन के बारे में एंड देन एक पॉइंट के बाद आई वॉज कन्विंस कि हाँ दिस इज वर्किंग फॉर मी आई हैव सीन चेंजेस बट किसी और को अगर एक्सप्लेन करना होता है हु इज सो लॉजिकल जिसको सबकॉन्शियस माइंड का नहीं समझ में आता है देन इट बिकम्स अ स्ट्रगल फॉर मी कि मुझे लगता है कहीं मेरी रिलेशन इसके साथ खराब ना हो जाए इस चीज को
Well, you
लेके
get allowance. Why do you have to convince people for what you're doing? It's a choice they have, and you can say that, yeah, that's interesting, wonderful. They can carry on with what they know. What if you didn't have to make them right or wrong, make you right or wrong? Doesn't matter.
yeah
That's about being an allowance, right? Where access is no way saying stop practicing other modalities. It's saying add to your life. Anything that is working for you, please keep adding more to it, right?
yeah
So
so it feels like अगर कोई
there is no
मतलब
logic to access. Okay, scientific will think that what we're doing and we have a presentation and everything. Fair enough. It's still about energy. People who are too logical, they don't let the energy work on them. And that's okay.
yeah
So yeah.
and can you share more insights about this topic like एक जनरल मतलब apart from it being like hidden things or healings जो नहीं पता है इसके अलावा कुछ common myths if you can bust like black magic के around बहुत सारा myths होता है
See, I'm not saying black magic doesn't exist. We know that we have a lot of clearings on black magic. Black magic is not something people have used it to gain power over other people, right?
yeah
Psychic attacks on all these things, and almost every modality has it. Your
वो
witchcraft has it.
होता है
Like
psychic attacks
when you're using a thought frequency to ruin somebody, like when you're constantly thinking and bombarding them with your negative thoughts, that is psychic attack.
okay
So, black magic and all these white magic, there are a lot of things people do to kind of change, or even casting spells. Now, spell is the latest thing, by the way, and everyone's almost learning it and doing it. Now, fact of the matter is, how many people are really spiritually evolved that they'll use it to benefit or other people or empower other people? They'll use it for their own benefit. Oh, I don't like this woman, iska ye ho jaye. You get, I mean, it's a very shallow way of looking at it, but yeah, that is also true.
okay
So What if you didn't have to get afraid of this? If you have some energetic contracts across lifetimes, you may just invite that energy. But what if that energy is not bad or evil? What are your lessons and where are you not becoming the most dominant person in your own life? You become bichara in front of these energies, aisa? You don't have the power. You're an infinite being with endless power. Where do you give that up? I am power, I am creativity, I am control.
So how do you expand your awareness around these things? Like how
You tell me, how are you expanding your awareness?
by asking questions?
Yes.
Uh,
By getting your processes done, by getting your therapies done.
yeah.
Meditation for a lot of people who that works for them.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful energy. I mean, somehow I just feel meditation doesn't work for me, but it works for a lot of people. You need to find your way, what suits you the most. Occult is something that people are very intrigued and they would like to dive into it. It's an energy. It's like dark energy where you are like unveiling the light. You, you, it's quite intriguing. And their
So
magic.
by dark energy, what do we mean? Is it not
It is mystery. You don't know much about it, so it is hidden.
so dark
Doesn't
doesn't mean bad?
no, it doesn't mean. How, is it? Dark means black. Bad? Really? You've got black hair, man. Really bad. Remove it. Ganje ho jao. You don't like. Don't let black happen to you.
Not in that sense.
Yeah, but then that's it. But that's how it is interpreted. Dark, black. Okay, night. Then do away with all your nights.
Yeah.
So where? How could that be bad? Do you really think universe will create something bad? Yeah, we have the good, bad, and the ugly. Oh, okay, but that's an interesting choice people are making. Fair enough. What would you choose? The whole question is, what would you choose?
Choosing to like make the world a better place for myself and for others.
No, first start with yourself, and the world will become a better place anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lovely talking on this topic. We can go dive deeper if you want to know more. We can talk
Yeah,
separate.
definitely.
Yeah.
We want recording and
Yeah. I will put it. I will put it online. Mostly.
further session.
Yes.
It's endless topic.
It's an endless topic in so many things, so many modalities that are there covering this topic. So what if it's not good or bad? What would you choose if it was not good or bad? Would you go in for it with no point of view? And what
Yeah.
fun can you have with this? Yeah.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're most
Thank you a
welcome.
lot,
Gonna
Kavita.
be an Instagram live right now at 8:30 on mastering your emotions in stressful situations. If you feel up for it, join in on Instagram.
Okay.
My God, you're great.
Thank
Okay.
you.